Hello. All right. So this video, I'm excited about talking about this because it is something that I have suffered. And this video will be about fibroids. So my name is Alexa. I talk about a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel, but today we're going to be talking about fibroids and how to shrink them. If you don't know my story about fibroids, I have it on my channel, how I got fibroids, how I was diagnosed, and what I did to get rid of them. I did try to do it naturally, like just try to eat healthier, exercise more. It did not really work for me. I don't think I did it right. I don't know. There's just so many thoughts about that. At the end, I ended up having the myomectomy, which is a surgery where they open you up, take the uterus out, cut the fibroids, put the uterus back in, and they sew you back on. So yeah, I had a myomectomy. Recently, unfortunately, I was diagnosed again with them. They do grow back. So sometimes when you have fibroids, the probability of them coming back is a little high. So yeah, just be aware of that. Like, unfortunately, I don't know why we get fibroids. There's not really like one reason why girls get fibroids. All right, so yeah, let's talk about this. I am reading a lot about health. You guys know I also like to talk about many things on my channel, but my channel is usually, my main goal is to help you guys, and also keep track of my discoveries, my research. And yes, I'm gonna talk about what I've been reading lately. And this is what I'm gonna say about fibroids today. All right, so fibroids. It's really hard to get rid of them, especially because I think I read from a person saying that once you have fibroids and they're a certain size, it's really hard to shrink them. So maybe that's what happened to me. Maybe the ones that I had, unfortunately, they were so big that it was hard for me to shrink them. But since I'm starting to get them again, I'm very curious and I would like to stop their growth. So if you are interested in this video and the talk about fibroids and how you can possibly shrink them, because I'm not gonna be here and telling you, yes, you are gonna shrink your fibroids, because it happened to me. I wasn't able to shrink them. So let's talk about fibroids. So I was reading about this in a book, and first of all, it was talking about the toxins. So I do recommend reading about tumors, because fibroids are tumors. They're non-cancerous, but they are tumors. So usually when you have tumors, is because there's a lot of toxins, right, in your body, and then they just go to certain areas. In this case, why are they going to our uteruses? We don't know. So fibroids, I'm just gonna stick to the subject because I talk a lot. So what I read is that they are toxins, and the way that we get rid of toxins is by detoxifying. So once you have fibroids, it's very important for you to sweat. Let me repeat that. You have to sweat. You also have to do more cardio. That's why I'm saying that you have to sweat. So think about like sauna, like anything that will make you sweat, like just detox. And I'm not only talking about that. I'm also talking about eating healthier. What are foods that are gonna make you detoxify? Let's talk about fruits. Most of them are berries, blueberries, raspberries, black raspberries, strawberries, like just any food, like green tea, stuff that you can eat that is gonna make you detoxify, gonna help you detoxify. That's that. And then when I was reading this book, it was talking about like, oh, if you have fibroids, make sure that you're not just doing like, when it comes to exercise, you're not just doing like yoga or Pilates. And I'm like, that's what I'm doing. So I'm a yoga and Pilates instructor. I'm also a personal trainer, and I love doing weights. So weight training is my favorite. But when I read that, I was like, oh my God, like most of my life, I've been an enemy of cardio. So when I read that, I was like, wow, it makes a lot of sense. You have to sweat. So I know everybody has different exercises that they like. Like I said, I'm a personal trainer, and a lot of my clients will be like, oh, I like to be mostly, doing classes, or I like to be doing weight training. I like to do cycling. I like to run. Everybody has their different preferences when it comes to exercise. But when I read that, it just made me think like, wow, like I've been so, all of my life, I've been very, very far away from like being a cardio addict, you know, because I've never really liked cardio. Sometimes it makes my heart hurt. Sometimes I just don't enjoy it. It's very uncomfortable to be out of breath. But being out of breath is actually very helpful. Like once I read that if you're out of breath, you know, that's gonna help you live longer. So when it comes to fibroids, again, I'm gonna make this a short video. You have to do more cardio. You know, I'm doing a lot of yoga, a lot of Pilates, and I'd like to do a lot of weight training, but now I'm gonna start doing more cardio. So yes, I urge you to change your exercise routine, just like I'm gonna start doing. Do cardio that you enjoy. I do like jogging. I do like dancing, like doing some type of like dance fitness, like Zumba, anything that will make you sweat. I do love bikes, so I'm starting to do that more. So yes, if you have fibroids, try not to just stay still. The more you move, the more we can, you know, help those fibroids get smaller or not even appear, you know, because I can only talk about what I've been through, but some people say that as they get older, you know, sometimes the fibers can shrink. So, and one more thing I wanted to say about fibroids, one of my doctors, she did say that when you have fibroids, it's because there's a lot of stagnation on the belly. So some people would suggest, you know, doing like a belly dancing or anything that will massaging, anything that will increase the circulation on that area on the belly. And that's it. I am gonna go more in depth. I'm trying to just put all my notes together. This is a video without notes, as you can see. I'm just talking, not looking at any notes, but I am gonna make a video on this subject, you know, about fibroids and what we can do to help us deal with this, you know, because I'm going through this right now. Unfortunately, they're there, like they started coming back, and I'm not happy about that. But I am willing to lose weight. I'm willing to do more cardio. I'm willing to eat more antioxidant foods. I'm willing to sleep earlier. I'm willing to do like a lot more things for my health, not only for fibers, but also for my health. All right. I'll see you on my next video. Have a wonderful day or night. Bye.